Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room.
What is good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Carrie. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that red subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything when I upload. If you ain't new, welcome back, boo. Let's go ahead and get it popping. I'm going to be doing a review on the Outre Perfect Hairline Katya. If you're interested in this unit that I'm wearing right here, this is from their Melted Hairline collection. I'll put the information in the description box. It'll also pop up here in the card somewhere and at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Let's go. All right, y'all. So first of all, I'm just gonna say I'm a tad bit pissed because I done recorded up to this portion. I done told my whole story and everything, and I think the battery died and it actually deleted all of that footage. So I'm gonna just catch you up on what I did here, finish the styling portion, and then I'm gonna tell you my story again. I'm gonna repeat it. It's all good. It's all good. So what we have here today is from Outre. This is from their Perfect Hairline series. This is a 13 by 6. So you kind of get 13 inches, you know, that way. 6 front and back of parting space. It comes with the faux scalp, but I did cut my faux scalp out, you guys, because I just felt like I don't got time for it. If you want to see how I cut it out, you could definitely check it out. I think it was on the L'Oreal I did it. I'll put it in the description box. It'll pop up here and at the end of the video if you want to see that. Now, it does come with transparent HD lace. It says no plucking required, so you're supposed to be expecting a natural pre-plucked hairline. You could use heat up to 400 degrees. And I have it in the color DR2 GingerBrown. I think I done hit everything on this unit so far. It does come with 2 combs on the side, 1 on the back, adjustable straps, and an elastic band, which I don't really care too much for. What I did so far, not too much. I tinted my lace with my even tint spray in the color medium dark brown. And with that alone, I'll show you guys in another part. I feel like it looks really good and decent. You see the color change is really, really good. However, on this part, I did add some of my powder from my LA Girls palette. Y'all know I love this stuff. Y'all better get y'all some. All the products and tools that I use is always listed in the description box, as well as little accessories like my nose ring, you know, stuff like that. So check it out. My lashes, all kind of stuff, equipment, background stuff, always there. But anyways, so I did that, and then I went in with my instant freeze Aussie spray. I love this stuff. It freezes so quick, and I only sprayed here, here, and here, just to kind of give it a little, you know, sit down, just in that one area. And I did not use any blow dryer heat for it. It dries really fast, so I don't even need to do that. Like, I'm being so serious. That's all I did so far. Now, as far as the way the hair is looking and coming out the pack, and they come a little bit of wavy and crumbled and crinkled, I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry it, get it nice and you know, kind of evened out, and then I'll finish telling you my story, because you're not gonna hear me when that turn on. So first of all, I'm sipping on my La Marita, and this stuff will get you jacked up, okay? So you gotta be careful. Yeah, I got my cheap liquor today. All right, so far, technically, you could leave her like that. Kind of push her back a little bit, like want some, I mean, I could use some mousse, or I could use some, she a little tangly. So y'all see that already. So to catch you up on my little pregnancy journey and stuff like that, and I'm gonna catch you up a little bit on the family emergency that I had last month that kind of slowed down my videos a bit. Not it ain't slow me down, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We came out with Shanice because Shanice, even though I reviewed her a while ago, I had to bust out some older videos because I had to take another mini break for a family emergency. And first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who kind of sent me some warm wishes and stuff like that during that time. I really do appreciate it. I was like, oh, y'all sweet. But so first of all, Which one I'm gonna tell you about first? So I'm gonna catch you up on the baby journey first. So first of all, with the baby journey, I feel like I'm gonna do baby hairs, but I don't know. So first of all, I feel like, no, ain't no feel like. Y'all remember when I was telling y'all on my last little talk through video that I did last month, kind of updating you guys, letting you know that we're thinking about having a little baby and stuff. So we're still on that, but in a different way. And I also mentioned to you guys that we kind of sometimes go with the flow. We don't really like to plan out long-term plans and stuff like that, because sometimes you change your mind, you feel differently, you know, as time goes on and stuff. So it kind of happened that way in a sense, but not all the way. So I'm gonna break it down for you a little bit. So yes, we're still going to, you know, try to have a baby or whatever, but we're not going to put too much pressure on ourselves. That makes sense. Because see, one thing about, the funny thing is, I used to want a baby and my husband used to be like not ready. And then when he presented the idea of having a baby to me, I mean, I was technically ready, but then I was kind of like, I mean, I'll do it, but I started having like selfish thoughts and stuff like, well, if I have a baby, I'm going to have to spend my time differently. Because basically right now, I could do whatever I freaking want. I have like no restrictions at all. And like I have nieces and nephews, and I see my sister with her kids, and I'm like, yeah, she can't do everything, but I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think about it like that, or even like on my everyday life, because like even with my everyday life, I freaking just do what I want. Like I have no schedule. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. And I have no kids in the world. Like literally. And I know things change when you have a baby. And it's also another responsibility. And like I said, your time has to be given up. And I'm kind of selfish with my time. But at the same time, I do feel like it is a blessing. And so when it happens, it happens. So with that said, I did go to the doctor. When I made that video last time in December, it was like right after I went to the doctor. So I feel like I have hair in my cup. I visited the doctor a couple of weeks before that last video. And I basically went there to kind of, because I'm new in this area. I've never been to the doctor out here. I know I have PCOS and all that stuff. But so since we were thinking about having babies, I had to go see a professional. She gave me some medicine that kind of allows your period to come, so that way they could do blood work. Because what I was told from her is when you get blood work done while you're on your menstrual cycle, it gives better results when you're bleeding. So she gave me some medicine, and then I got my period maybe like 2 weeks later or something like that, which is what she said would be what would happen. And then from that day, I went and got my blood work done. And then I was supposed to schedule a follow-up appointment to go back to her so she could let me know what the results are, what options she is thinking that we should go with, stuff like that. And my appointment was actually scheduled for, I think, sometime in January, during like a little bit after. Okay, so fast forward. So the time last month when I was on that second mini break, not the schedule break, but when I had that family emergency, my husband's grandma actually passed away. And so we had to go to Florida for the funeral. And that kind of took some days out, which basically was, you could just say a week, because, you know, during the time, you know, the way I schedule my stuff, you know, you set up certain days for recording, certain days for editing, certain days for posting. So I said, just take off the week. And that's when I posted the Outre Shanice video that I should have been posted, because like I said, that wig is the bomb. And I'm glad I did post it at that time, because now I can compare it to this one, because I feel like they look alike. And I thought this was a duplicate when this came out. I was like, is that another Shanice? But anyways, so we went to her funeral, which was a drive, first of all. We're gonna get into that later. Let's get back on topic about the baby. But so my appointment, I just went 3 days ago, and basically she told me that my levels, they did an ultrasound that day too, a sonogram, and they saw a cyst on my ovaries, which I already knew I had, but you know, for them being the doctor, they just have to confirm that. But I already knew that. Like, I seen them on my ovaries so many times already. Like, it's not even a shock. But So she just basically confirmed that I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that they actually saw liquid on my ovaries, meaning that one just burst, and that also from my blood work results, my hormone levels aren't that bad. So some people with PCOS have worse hormone levels than I do, but she said mine wasn't that bad. So she didn't feel like she wanted to jump straight into the fertility treatment. What she really wanted to do is just kind of get me to get my menstrual cycle so I can ovulate and just kind of try to have a baby like in the most natural way. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. So she prescribed me some Metformin. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm saying it wrong, but that's like a diabetes medication. I don't have diabetes. However, it does help regulate your cycle. So I just started taking that like 3 days ago or something like that. And that's supposed to kind of get you back on your regular cycle. So you get your period every month and then try that way. So that is what she suggested. So that is what I started doing or whatever. So we're going to see how that works out. And like I said, I don't really know yet, how it's working because I just started. But she did say that it does. Some people complain about it giving you gas and messing up your stomach. You're supposed to take 3 a day. But she said I could start off with 1 a day. When I start feeling comfortable with that, I can move up to 2 and then move up to 3 like that. So she's like, it could take like 6 months, which is fine because we're not in a rush. So I don't even know if I finished talking about that part because I told the story twice. I don't know what I told y'all and what didn't get caught on camera. But me and hubby, we don't want to be, because some couples, when they're wanting to have that baby, that's their goal every day, all day. They're like, we're doing this 3 times a day. We're trying 3 times a day. We don't want to really do that because that could be stressful. So while I'm regulating my cycle, we're just going to see what happens. You get what I'm saying? We're not going to be pressuring ourselves to make the baby happen because if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. And so that's how we're going to be kind of doing it, kind of having that headspace because we both have a lot going on. And just putting on that extra pressure to it has to happen is not going to be good for either one of us because we stress out easily, especially him. Like he'll have something, he'll wake up about it and think about it every day, all day. So I don't think that's healthy for us. And I don't think that's going to, it might make us say, never mind, we don't even want kids no more. So that's not how we're doing it. We're just going to see what happens. And as it happens, it happens. So let's go back a little bit to when I talked about going to Florida. Y'all, so we drove there and y'all know we live in New York. So that was supposed to be, I don't think I need to bring my baby hairs that far out. It was supposed to be an 18-hour trip. And it ended up turning into like a 20-hour trip both ways. 1, because of like weather and stuff. And 2, I guess taking little breaks to go pee and stuff. It adds up. So on the way there was super scary. And I knew it would be because we live in New York. We have to travel through Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania in the wintertime, they seem to always be snowing, icy and all that stuff. They have ski resorts up there. The Poconos is actually in Pennsylvania. So y'all know what I'm talking about. It could get crazy as far as weather goes. And we have to drive through there in order to get to Florida. Now, when we left, it was like 4 a.m. or something like that. And it was very scary because number 1, it was already snowing out there when we got to that particular area. And it was like super foggy. So foggy that the high beams was making it worse. So we just drove on the regular beams, but we had to drive like 40 miles an hour just so we could be careful because you could barely see anything. It was like super scary, y'all, like no joke. And then on top of that, I kept telling myself, like, I just felt like it was so unsafe out there. I felt like something bad was going to happen on the road. And I even visioned a car flipping or something like that. And then my first mind was like, what would we do? Do we go help them? Like, of course you want to help them, So that's actually what happened. It was a car in front of us and it was like 4 a.m. It was just them and us on the road. They were in front of us. They swerved off the road, kind of made like a U-turn. Their car flipped into a ditch. And we were already driving ahead of them. So we had to end up reversing. Luckily, there was no one else on the road. We didn't get into an accident or anything like that. But it was very scary. And it was icy. And it was dark. And they took so long to get out the car. I thought they might be dead, y'all. I'm telling you. But luckily it was two, a woman and a man. The lady hopped out first. She was in the passenger seat. The car was actually sitting on his side on the driver's seat. So he was like on the ground and he was having a hard time getting out. So my husband helped him out. I called the cops or whatever. They said they were okay. They seemed embarrassed. You know, that could be kind of embarrassing, but they were fine, thank God. So we called the cops and then we just left. They said they were good from there. So that happened. And on the way home was scary too, because going there, we had a lot of fog and snow. And I'm talking about snow coming towards the freaking windshield. Y'all know I like to go on with my Milani to kind of set the powder so it don't look powdery. And we freaking driving through the snow. This is going there and coming back. The snow is coming this direction. So that's the car and it's coming like this. So it looks like funnels of snow just hitting us, like coming this way. It's not going away. It's not helping enough that it's hitting us if we can't see. And then on top of that, in Pennsylvania, they have a lot of foggy areas. So it was snowing in our direction. It was foggy and it was like 4 in the morning. It was mad dark. It was scary. Icy bridges and all that kind of stuff, y'all. It was scary. But on the way back, it was scarier because coming back home, they was actually having they were having a snowstorm in Pennsylvania. So, oh my gosh, it was all of that plus the snowstorm. And then it was whiteout areas. And when I'm talking whiteout, I'm talking you can't see nothing. Like, I feel like I was in a movie. You know, when you watch those movies and stuff, like, oh, there was a movie I just seen recently. I'm put the name in here so y'all could go and see what I'm talking about. But there was a scene where they were walking in the snow and they couldn't see anything. All they could see is like as they walked, and that's how it was driving back. You couldn't even see the lanes. There was no salt on the street, so you couldn't see which lane you were in. We had people, you see a car in front of you, like, thank God, let me follow that car. You know what I'm saying? But that was scary too, because if a truck, the trucks was splashing all the snow back on our dashboard. It was scary, y'all. Like, it was crazy out there in Pennsylvania streets. I would never do that drive again in the winter, not at least. Flights it is, like, for facts. And it was scary, and whew. But anyways, and that's that. Let me go ahead and give you my thoughts on this unit. So y'all saw how I styled it. Y'all explained how I styled it. I think that she's a gorgeous unit. Yo, she looks so much like Shanice. It's crazy. The only difference between her and Shanice is I feel like with the texture, it's a little bit more sleeker than Shanice. Shanice was a lot bigger because I remember saying she was big and mentioning in the video that if you wanted to tame her down, all you had to do was put a blow dryer to it. So this one already came a little bit sleeker. And the only reason I put the blow dryer to it, like I said, is to kind of get some of the tangles that she does have. She does have a little bit of tangling, and to kind of get those little waves out that she was smashed up in a pack. She had like crinkles and waves that I want to get out. But other than that, she's cute. She's sleek, y'all. She has texture, but she's sleek. She's like somebody with natural hair who got like a silk press. Now, silk press is actually sleeker than this. Like, she's really nice. Like, the texture is really soft to the touch. She does have a little bit of stacks. She's not shedding. I do like the options of having to part her anywhere. I do feel like you do get a nice blend on that lace. She does look like Skin Child. Of course, I am flapping on the sides because I didn't glue down the sides. Only the parts that y'all, you know, just the middle so y'all can see it. The baby hairs lay good. I use my Got to Be Glue gel. Always does the best job for me as far as baby hairs go. And as far as the fit goes, we're getting that ear to ear action. So if I wanted to melt her all the way down, and look at this piece right here on the lace that's not melted, like, that looks good too. So she's going to look good without having to melt her, using whatever strategy you like to use, whether it's the elastic band in there that I don't care for, or just doing what I did. Like, child, I don't know, whatever. But she looks really good. I have no cons with this unit besides the slight tangling, but that's really it. The length is really nice. And her density is still a full density. Don't get me wrong. She's just not big hair. She's like a nice, full, perfect density. Perfect. So anything that you did with Shanice, you should be able to do with this unit. It's just going to get that slightly different look because Shanice is a little bit bigger than this one. Like, she's mad cute though. They look similar. The hairline does look good. It does have that pre-pluck look going on, but it's a little bit dense. So I do feel like I would personally wear her like this because I don't care. She doesn't look that dense. But someone who is particular about their hairlines looking super natural, you will have to go in and pluck it just a little bit more. But they did definitely do some plucking with it, so I'm not too mad about it. Like, she's cute. She's a cute unit. She's really freaking cute. Hey, I could deal with it. I could deal with it. Hey, so this is the length. She comes up like right here on my belly. Don't judge my pants, y'all. These pants are not meant to wear with a bodysuit. But we got length on her. She's long. So that basically wraps up my thoughts on Katya. I absolutely love the color. I love GingerBrown. I think this unit looks good in GingerBrown. I do have some other units in GingerBrown, and not every unit is the bomb.com in this color, but she is. Katya is cute. She's not exactly like Shanice. She's definitely a little bit different, but they're sisters. They're kind of still in the same boat or whatever. I would definitely rock her out a little bit, and y'all know I wore Shanice to get married in, so I will wear her for something. Like, I like her for, she's nice and natural looking. The texture looks really natural. But that is it for this review, y'all. As far as my journey, so y'all get it. I'm gonna have a baby, but we're gonna try out this the medicine, because I don't remember the name, and just see how it goes. Take it day by day. And y'all, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that, because y'all gonna want to know. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated, try to dig into my life a little bit more, kind of let y'all know me a little bit more. As things happen in my life, I will update y'all in a few videos, you know what I'm saying? I know these videos tend to be long. Not everyone likes it, but some people do. So I'll bust them out every here and there. So without further ado, I'm gonna wrap this video on up, but I'll see y'all in my next video. I'll holla.
You got that something that can't be seen. You got that one thing that's hard to come by. It's not your styling, it's not your jeans. Know what you got.